to the Near Memo, a weekly conversation about search, social, and commerce. What happened, why it matters, and the implications for local. But consistent with all of that, the thing I wanted to talk about this week is what I'm sort of calling the pandemic paradox, which is, as you expressed, David, the massive growth in e-commerce, online shopping that we've seen again and again from Adobe and from all the big data sources. Over 2020, triple digit growth. But then this other thing that you're just talking about, which is this strong preference, emotional preference for independent businesses, small businesses. And how do these two things kind of coexist, and what's really going on? Because people want to buy and support their communities, want to buy locally, but are spending tons of money on Amazon. And it's kind of true in my house too. I mean, philosophically, I'm all in with local businesses, but I'm not actually spending that much money with them right now. I'm buying from Whole Foods. I'm buying from Amazon in many cases. And I think, as I said in one of the earlier newsletters this week, I think the reconciliation of that is what Shopify is doing, is bringing that kind of convenience and digital tools and digital capabilities to these small businesses. If you make it easier for consumers to do business with small businesses, they will. But that has to happen. Otherwise, they're not going to do it. They'll just default to Amazon.
I think that there may be another logical explanation for all of this. Where I live, there's just not much product choice. I can't find the type of sneaker I need locally. Doesn't matter.
What type of sneaker is that?
I need a high support wide 9. 9s are not that common anymore.
I thought you were gonna mention some kind of fashion forward design or something.
With all of your work with Aaron Weike, I thought for sure he could send you one of his 6,200 collectible pairs. So
yeah, he tells me that's his retirement. I said no way, because you're just gonna salivate over them until your deathbed. So he's not going to ever sell them. So how could it be his retirement? Anyways, I need a special type of sneaker because I pronate a lot. Can't find them locally. I buy those from Amazon. And I think but if you extend that logic to other commodities and many other products, I think what has to happen is small businesses need to move into areas of combinations of products and services, of unique offerings, of experiences. And I think in the end, the solution is that they don't compete, because you can't really compete with the efficiency of somebody like Walmart or Amazon, picking up a product someplace else in the world and delivering it to your door.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, in fact, though, most small businesses are service businesses. We tend to focus on retail, but the majority of small businesses are services. And so there isn't, that's a kind of a bright line in many cases between things that can be physically
or
shipped.
Even something like jewelry where every piece is unique, right? Where you can't
that's a hybrid. That's a kind of a hybrid.
To me, fashion, furniture, jewelry, anything in those kind of categories, I feel like there's still a very strong place for local businesses to succeed. In many cases, you want to feel and touch and see it up close, before you purchase. So, there's the whole, back to our buy online, pick up in store kind of thing. There's sort of, using online to kind of get people in the door, and then syncing that experience, I think is going to be critical.
Yeah, I totally agree. And one of the other items in today's newsletter and Friday's newsletter is the idea of sort of bringing the store experience online. It sort of arises in the context of sort of these fashion-related, beauty-related kind of augmented reality and video demos and interactions with humans. But I think that's kind of consistent with what I'm saying, is you've got to bring more of your digital, you've got to bring the digital game, much higher. And also the marketing becomes really critical for these small businesses, because people will buy from them if they know they exist. And very often you don't know where you can buy a certain product. You don't know who's selling something. So if you give people access to the information, make it visible to them, that will also change their behavior. I mean, one of the reasons why people buy it from Amazon is because they know they can get the thing from Amazon. But if I knew that the bike gloves that I wanted were available, in my neighborhood, I would go down there and get them, or I'd call and, buy them on the phone or something.
I was just going to point, not that it's, not that any small business needs one more thing to think about, but I really see loyalty programs as, that is a table stake now for a lot of local and small businesses. Just thinking back on your Whole Foods experience you shared, 10 minutes ago, you have loyalty to Whole Foods because of your previous in-store experiences, and that one or two times where you actually need something delivered to you, that they're top of mind for you because of those earlier experiences.
Well, but also one of the reasons why it's easy to shop from them is because they have my whole friggin' shopping history there, and so creating a shopping list is really fast, and I don't even have to. They remind me of everything that I bought before, right, as an upsell, bananas and apples and horseradish and hummus and whatever,
very healthy, much
whatever
healthier
I'm buying.
than our family.
Well, we buy unhealthy stuff too, but it's all there, and the whole history is there, and it's just super easy. It's really the path of least resistance. So I think there's a lot of complexity in this conversation, but consumers are ready to buy from independent businesses if they can find out who can deliver the service or the product, and the some of these digital capabilities or the omni-channel stuff is made available. So we're going a little long this week, but that does not mean, Mike, that you should shortchange your very interesting and important discussion about Google.
Thanks for joining David, Mike, and Greg. To stay on top of the latest developments in local, subscribe to our newsletter at nearmedia.co.